Welcome to the Christian Contractor Podcast.
Christian Contractor Podcast.
A show created for kingdom-driven Christian contractors that are focused on scaling their business in God's name while positively impacting the world around them. If you're ready to ascend from a contractor to a purpose-driven business owner, we're here to serve you. Here's your host, Brandon Guthrie.
Yeah, 100%. And how... So that's like that's actually obviously that's pretty heavy for a lot of people, and that's probably a struggle that we all Christian entrepreneurs have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what would I don't know if you've thought on this, prayed on it, but how do you go about being a business owner and keeping the main thing?
Well, for one, you need to think about like your clients. For one, I think that if you are not customer focused and you're, maybe you're sales focused or marketing and brand focused, but not customer focused, I think you can lose, what the whole thing's about. Right. How would it feel to be like, you do a shabby job, oversell, underdeliver, and you got a fish on your truck and you're like, we're Christians. You're like, that guy's, did this wrong or whatever. And I've been there. I totally know what that's like to be a Christian, and people know that. And then you underdeliver something and you got to figure it out and fix it. Mm-hmm. So I think the number one is like being customer focused. I think the other thing too is, what are you doing with your time and money? Are you able to be generous with your time and your money? Are you giving, or are you keeping? Are you building something that don't really need? You're trying to keep up with the Joneses because you're afraid of what it's like if you, veer from being, the guy with the latest car or whatever it may be. So I think that there's a lot of that. And I think that it's, I think you just got to keep your heart pure, and tender. You got to still just read your word. There's a lot of people who, their marriages are messes, right? Their kids. Yeah. So I just think that's like, love God, love your family, love your kids. Your business needs to be focused on the customers, your team. I've always tried to end really well. I've had people come and go with my business. I would love to think that you can grow forever and never stop. And, but that's not business. You go up and you go down, you learn your lessons, but how do you make people feel, and how were they treated by you? And I can't say that I've treated everybody perfectly. I've had some challenges, but what kind of mark are you leaving in the name of God toward them? Mm-hmm. Are you doing the right thing? Do you have integrity? Do you care? But it's also tough too, because you're not here to you're here to serve your clients, but your employees working for you under a mission together. And I think that there's a line. You got to hold the accountability line. You got to have hard conversations. You got to coach and challenge people, because if you don't, nice guys run businesses into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. As you said that, that I was just talking to someone about this, that, there's a lot of grace, obviously, with Jesus and God, but there's also being just. God is very just as well. And it's hard to make those tough decisions when, being a Christian entrepreneur, you've had so much grace given to you. It's hard not to want to give grace to others. And I think that character development is created through going through those. You make the wrong decisions. You're the nice guy. You feel the pain for it, and you learn that there is a way to, number one, to do what you need to do in a loving way. If your customer is first, it's your fiduciary responsibility. Well, if you're truly putting your customer first, then it's your job. Your customers are trusting you as a leader to put the best team to serve them for every penny that they gave you, the best that you could possibly do. Yep. If you have the wrong person on your team, you're doing them a disservice, and now you're not obeying one of the 10 commandments, which is not lying, that you're going to do that because that's your job. And now you're lying about you saying that you're going to be doing that in the best way possible, and having 100% faith and 0% doubt that God is in control and he's going to navigate the pieces, not us. And what a struggle to because I struggle with that. I'm sure it sounds like you have. And I know I was just talking to another Christian entrepreneur that struggles with that as well. And, being able to trust that, that it's your job, you bearing the burden, you're picking up the cross to lead this company to serve your customers. And you have to trust that God is in control when the door is clearly closing, that you can do it with a loving heart. Like you said, close the door in a way that's like no one else has ever, right? Different from the world. But at the end of the day, you got to make that decision. Like John Maxwell talks about how to make tough decisions, how to have tough conversations. I memorized the formula. I don't know if you've ever heard that or gone through that, but I'm sure you've heard, John Maxwell. But there's a way to do it with kindness and grace and trust. And then that's where it's tough for me, is trust that, like, dude, God is in control. You're not in control. You didn't give anybody a job. You're not. It's not up to you. Right?
Trust has been really developed over me in the last 6 years. Even the first move to Hawaii, and just seeing God just deliver and provide over and over. And then he's so trustworthy. And, but you say it like, I trust you, God. You're like at church on a Sunday. I trust you, Lord. And then, you actually get down to, like, when things are scary, how do you handle it? Do you say, no, God will provide. We'll find a way. Even when it feels like there is no way, there'll be a way. Like, is that even a thing? Does that sound, that does that come into your heart? Can you go there? Or are you just like, you start panicking, you start freaking out, you start speaking kind of hard things over yourself, and you're doubtful and anxious. So I think that I've learned to say, man, I've seen the Lord. I've seen the Lord. I know he's done this, right? Like Jesus would refer back to, haven't you seen? Don't you believe by now? Like, and I feel like that's the same thing, is we're so quick to forget how good he is. And I think when we're just like, man, I've seen the Lord. I've seen the Lord. You trust him and it's going to be okay. And so I think that my trust has been built a lot to that in the last few years. And at the end of the day, if you're not trusting in the Lord, you have to trust something. And when you're trusting, and if it's yourself or others and not the Lord, then that is not built on the rock, because yourself, you're going to fail. You're human. And other people you can't trust. You'll be deceived, or your heart will be let down. You'll feel abandoned and all those things. And so it's important that we don't put our trust in people alone. I think you put your trust in God alone, and your heart will be protected from, those difficult emotions that come when things inevitably don't go the way you want. So.
Yeah, bound to happen. What pops in my head also is when Jesus, I once again, like you said, butchering the verse, which I love that verse in James. It's James 1:3-4. I used to read that one every single day. Every time I get in the office, I'd read it. It's dear brothers and sisters, consider an opportunity for great joy when troubles come your way, for it's opportunity for you to develop character and perseverance. And once your character and perseverance fully developed, you'll be perfect and complete, needing nothing. It's like, oh, wow. So you're saying, like, if I go through so much character development, I could get to the place to be like Paul and be like, wow, I'm good, 100%. And which leads me to the next verse of when Jesus was talking about the fig tree. This is the one I'm going to butcher. I remembered that one. I memorized that one a lot because I used to read it literally every day. This one is the one, the fig tree, when he says, if you have faith, you will be able to move mountains. You used to be able to say, put this mountain in the ocean and it'll be done. And he said something along the lines of, I just remember my takeaway was 100% faith, 0% doubt. There's something along the lines of, if you have faith and you do not doubt, you will be able to move mountains and tell it to go into the ocean, it'll be done. And so I've been saying that recently to my team, to people. It's like my phrase lately. I say 100% faith, 0% doubt. And it's like in that moment when you're faced with the tough thing, you're like, I don't see it. And I've had people say, like, when a business opportunity, they're like, man, I don't see it or something, right? It's not the things aren't clicking. Everything's not clicking. Like, I don't see it. And in that moment being like 100% faith, 0% doubt. And
yeah, it's good, man.
It'll come together.
Yeah, not a double-minded man, not somebody who doubts, but a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So if you truly believe, don't doubt at all. And I think that's part of that verse. And yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't think everybody's born with unlimited amount. You have to grow into it. It's got to be tested. It's got to be reassured. And to me, I want to walk and go, when I go to heaven, I'm just like, man, I know you. I've seen you. He knows me. He knows that I know him. And I finished well, so that's a ways away still, but those are just the things I think about. But yeah, trusting is huge, man. And I love that 100% faith, 0% doubt. That's really cool. Love that.
Come on. Yes. 100%, man. Wow. Well, for Christian contractors listening in, business is craziness. There's so much changing we had COVID. Now we got AI. Now we got private equity dumping into the industries. We got plenty of craziness going on, and it's not going away.
Yep.
So Christian contractor listening in, you're not alone. There's wins along the way. God carries us. 100% faith, 0% doubt. Let's remember that. And
for sure.
Just know that if wealth gained hastily will quickly dwindle. When it's gained little by little, it'll surely last.
So that's good.
Another one. So if we're being diligent, we're serving our customers, we're not overpromising and underdelivering. That'll stack our reputation. Or
and I'm sorry, Brandon. You're riffing really good. I wanted to say that somebody that I interacted with this at the end of last year, I was just opening up a little bit, and he said, hey, this too shall pass. He's like, I don't think that's in the Bible, but it's like, this too shall pass. And anybody who's going through it, just know that this too shall pass. You will get through it. And I love those scriptures you were sharing, man. Those are really good, so amen to that. Yeah.
100%. This too shall pass. 100%. I think, Christian contractors going through it, listening in is they're going to feel encouraged.
Yeah.
And just know, obviously, what matters most is, at the end of the day, is putting God first, Christ first, glorifying God. And if we've done that, if we put him as number one and loved our brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, we've succeeded. And we're all after that at the end of the day. And, so those Christian contractors listening that are going through that, I'm sure you're feeling encouraged right now. On that note, Ryan, I really appreciate you hopping on the Christian Contractor podcast. I just want to get a quick update from you. I know your time is super valuable, so appreciate you being here.
Yeah, man. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, man, 100%. And so, Ryan, on that note, where can people find you?
Yeah, just go to salestransformationgroup.com. You can find me on Instagram at Ryan Groth, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And you can check out our YouTube too. We got some good stuff on salestransformationgroup.com.
Oh yeah, come on, Sales Transformation Group, the premier sales training platform for all contractors, so we can grow our businesses, serve our families, create good jobs, make an impact in our community, glorify God's name, make disciples of the nations, be the salt and light of the earth through our businesses as missions on the field. Yeah. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that tuned in today to the Christian Contractor Podcast. I'm Brandon Guthrie with Dream Design Labs. If you're a Christian contractor that wants to take territory in God's name, learn how we do just that at go.dreamdesignlabs.com/apply. Check it out. It's free, and I guarantee you'll get great value from the content. Remember, marketing doesn't have to be hard. All you need is the right tools and the right heart to serve. Till next time, stay blessed. Ryan, thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much too, Brandon.